Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Grayboardgamer here, and today I am playing Desolate. It's a game by Jason Glover from his company Gray Gnome Games. Also in this playthrough I'll be using Pack 1 and Pack 2 of the expansions. Let's get this box open, get everything mixed together, and get it set up. The first thing we need to do is create the draw deck, so we will shuffle the exploration cards, conflict cards, and item cards to create draw decks for each of those. The conflict, exploration, and item decks have all been shuffled. The first thing we will do to set up our character is draw 3 item cards, and then we'll choose 2 to keep and discard the third. The rest of the deck will be placed off to the side and will not be part of this playthrough. There are character cards available to choose from with differing levels of difficulty. You can see we have veteran, novice, and master cards. And what these do is they give you a little story about the person, a little bit of flavor text and backstory, and it tells you what your starting equipment would be in place of drawing from the item deck. For this playthrough, I'm going to play without the characters and just draw 3 items like I said and select 2. If the playthrough goes quickly, I'll do another one with one of the character cards. So we'll draw 3 items. The rest of the deck goes away. And we have a plasma mine, a power cell, and mega health. I'm going to bring the item deck back because the power cell is not something that you can get initially. You're supposed to remove it from the deck when drawing initial items. I didn't do that. I just put it off to the side whenever I get it when I'm drawing for items, and just draw another card. And in its place we have the rifle barrel. We have to choose 2 cards to keep and 1 to discard. I'm definitely going to take the rifle barrel because it says that I can reroll any die that has a value of 1 during a conflict. That's a great thing to have, and you'll see why when I go to use ammo during a conflict. And I think I'm going to take the mega health just in case I get into a lot of trouble with battles. I can discard this to gain 4 of my health back. I placed my 2 cards off to the side. You'll also notice a change in the light. I turned off my overhead light because I was getting too much glare. So hopefully just my side lights will be enough to light the cards in the board here. Next we'll place our 2 stat cards on the playmat, and they form a moon to keep track of health, oxygen, and ammo. And our starting values are 14 for health, 7 for ammo, and 4 oxygen. Here we have our escape ship that we need to board to get out of this nightmare, and we'll place it here on the playmat. And you see the 5 squares at the bottom. We need to fill those 5 squares with these power cells. We need 5 of them to escape. Along with additional conflict, item, and exploration cards came these affliction cards. There's 4 of them that we need, and these come from expansion pack 1. So I'll give these 4 cards a shuffle and place them on the playmat. We'll place them here in case we need to draw them. Hopefully we don't have to draw them too often because they're all negative and they impact the gameplay, making it much harder for us. We are all set up and ready to go. Let's begin our game of Desolate. You are trapped on a distant space station on a moon following a crash landing during a failed rescue mission. Soon after entering the station, you realized you are not alone. Can you power up the escape shuttle before you run out of oxygen? Or worse, are killed by hostile aliens? Let's begin our exploration of the space station on this desolate moon. At any time, if our health or our oxygen reaches 0, we die from our injuries or our inability to breathe. The turn sequence begins by placing the top 2 exploration cards out, and now we choose 1 to turn over, and when we turn it over we can choose to keep it and play it, or we can discard it, and in that case we have to keep and play the second card. So we'll turn 1 over, and that is Sanctuary. And this is a great card to get later on because it removes an affliction. But if we get the reward, you can see this upside down portion, then it would actually cause an affliction. But right now it's face up, and that is not going to help us right now, so I will discard that. And you discard it face down off to the side. You can barely see it here, which means we have to play this one, and it is the warehouse, which is not a bad one at all. It allows us to draw an item card. If we were to receive this one when we opened a crate or got a reward, it would have given us one of the power cells that we needed. But right now it allows us to draw an item card. So I'll bring the item card deck back over. I reshuffled it. And we will gain mega ammo. We can spend this to gain 3 ammo back, 1 use per game. That's very, very useful. I place my ammo off to the side here with my other items. We will discard the warehouse and continue forward with our next 2 exploration cards. We'll flip over this one this time. And we have a conflict. If we choose to keep this, we'll have to fight this alien. And if we are successful, you see this box with the S on the front of it. That would be a small crate. And I'll explain these double rewards that we see there when we get to a point that we receive them. I don't want to fight this alien right now because I don't have much to gain with my health, ammo, and oxygen all maxed out. So I'll discard that, which means I have to have a conflict with this alien. And it's very, very similar, if not the same. The first thing we do is we're going to turn over a conflict card. And there's several numbers on here. We can ignore this number down here for now. And we have a spot for 2 dice, one that already has a number in it and one that is blank. And we see that I have to take 2 initial damage because the alien caught me by surprise, which means I take 2 damage. My health goes down from 14 to 12. The game comes with 2 of these black dice to track. The first one will be whatever the number is on the card, so that is a 4. The second space is filled by the number at the top of the conflict card. We can see it is a 3 here next to this alien. We'll take the die and place it on 3, so that alien has 7 health. We have to choose how much ammo, if any, we want to use. In this case, we definitely want to use some, because if you do not use ammo, you only do 1 damage with your fist, which means I would have to hit this alien 7 times, and I wouldn't survive that. 7 is not too difficult. For a 7, I will use 2 ammo. So I'll take my ammo from 7 down to 5. And ammo represents how many dice you get to roll. So I get to roll 2 dice to attack this alien with a health of 7. And I'm hoping for a 7 or higher on my total dice. Oh, we got it. We got exactly a 7. If we are equal to or greater than, then we are successful. So we'll place this alien off to the side in our discard pile. And as a reward, we can get the small crate. If we choose to keep that, we can ignore it and not take it. But my health and ammo have both been lowered, so I think it's okay to take it. But it does burn through cards, because in order to see what your reward is, you draw the next card, and then you turn it upside down to see what is available. In this case, it is a large ammo that gives me 2, or an oxygen that gives me 1 oxygen. With a small crate, you choose one of the 2. If it was a large crate, we would get both of these. My oxygen is already maxed out, so I'll choose the ammo and add 2 back, which will max out my ammo. Then both of these cards will be discarded. We'll move on, continue to explore the station. That's a fairly easy conflict, but I don't want to fight right now, so we'll discard that and take a much harder conflict. This one does have a large crate if we want it. We'll fight this alien, and in this case we are going to take 3 initial damage. You're probably wondering what these numbers are at the bottom here. If we don't take the alien out in the first attack, then these represent how much damage we would take. We would draw the next conflict card to see how much damage we would take, and whatever that number was there at the bottom would be how much damage we would take. So we have a tough alien here, a 5 here, a 5 on top of the alien card, which will give us an alien value of 10 health. That's a tough one. So I'll spend 3 ammo this time, taking us down to 4. 3 ammo will give us 3 dice. That's not a very good result. So we did 6 damage, which will take this alien down to 4 health remaining, but it will injure us. So we'll draw the next conflict card, turn it upside down, and we're going to take 3 wounds. And I forgot to add my 3 initial wounds, so let me do that first. We're at 9, we'll take 3 more. That's going to take us down to 6. So we're hurt pretty bad already. We have a 4 here. I don't want to take any chances and get hurt anymore, so I'll spend 2 more ammo. And hopefully I can do 4 easily. Did 10, so that takes care of the alien. So that alien has been taken out. We have a large crate. I'm definitely going to take it because I hopefully can gain some health here. And we will. We can get 2 health and 1 ammo. Very good. That large crate really helped us out. Health is back to 8. Ammo is back to 3. We still have not found any power cells. We'll continue exploring here. Let's turn this one over. Aha! Now we have our first power cell. We found an engineering room. And that's what this symbol is. It is one of the power cells. In this case, I'll definitely take that. We'll gain our first power cell on our escape ship. We need 4 more to get out of here alive. In this case, we will not turn this card over because we took the first one, and then we'll discard both of them and continue. There we go. Now we're on our way. That is another engineering card with a power cell. So that's 2. We're almost over the halfway point. Definitely going to keep that. Discard those 2 cards. Pretty lucky early on, but we will take the luck. And we have a conflict with a 4. It's fairly difficult, so we're not going to choose to fight that battle. Oh no, I should have fought the battle. We ended up in cold storage, which completely freaks us out. We find our dead team member here in cold storage, which means we have to take an affliction. And this will definitely make things a little more complicated. We're afflicted with hemophobia. Whenever you take initial damage, you take 1 additional. Ouch. Well, my health's only at 8, so that can really take me down quickly. I'll place the affliction up here just so we can see it. Just a little bit off screen, but the text is in view. Well, cold storage did not help me out at all. We're getting low on the exploration deck. We'll take this one. And that is a dark passage. If we choose to keep the dark passage and travel down it, we will lose an oxygen. I do not want that to happen. Oxygen is hard to come by, and we only have a very limited supply. So we'll deal with a conflict, and it's a tough one. This one is a 6, but it will give us a large crate. We're going to take 2 damage, but thanks to hemophobia, we're actually going to take 3. So we're down to 5 health remaining. So we have a 4 and a 6, another 10 to deal with. Ammo's running low, I only have 3. Well, I don't have the luxury of waiting around. I'm going to use all 3 ammo. Now it's getting difficult. Thought I was getting lucky there with those 2 power cells. Wow, that worked out good. We got all 10 that we needed in our first roll. Now I'll take care of that alien. gain us a large crate that we definitely want to take. And we will gain oxygen we don't need and 1 health from the med pack. That'll take our health up to 6. We have no ammo. I don't want to go forward with that, so I will use the mega ammo to spend and gain 3 ammo. That way we have at least 3 ammo ready to go, and I'll go ahead and use my health too. I don't want to stay down there, so I'll gain 4 health from the mega health, taking us back up to 10. We still have our rifle barrel that we can use to reroll 1s, and I don't know if I rolled a 1 earlier and forgot about it. I rolled a 1 this time, but that's okay because I had the 10 that I needed. So I may have made that mistake early on. Alright, well, those are the last 2 cards in the exploration deck. So we'll take this one. Don't want to deal with a conflict. So we'll take the cryopod. And if we wanted to, and we're really desperate, we could trade 1 oxygen for 3 health. I am definitely not doing that, because that is the end of my exploration deck. Which means I will now shuffle all of these together. And that will create the new exploration deck. Give them another quick mix. And when you have to shuffle the exploration deck, you lower your oxygen by 2. So we're only left with 2 oxygen, which means if we go through the deck and would have to lower it again, it would take us to 0 and we would suffocate and die. So we need to find some oxygen while we're exploring. So we'll move further through the station. Definitely don't want to do that conflict. Don't have a choice, but this one's a 4 instead of a 6, so it's a little bit better. But we will take 3 plus 1, so 4 damage, taking us all the way down to 6. Good thing we added that health on. Otherwise we'd be at 1 or 2 now. But this is going to be another tough monster. A 5 and a 4 on that one. So we got 9 to deal with. Well, I'm hoping this large crate will get me some ammo, so I'll use all 3 ammo to attack this alien. Wow, that's highly successful. 16. Easily took care of that one. I will take the crate in the hopes to find oxygen, health, or ammo. And we found oxygen and health. Definitely needed the oxygen. That helped out a lot. A little bit of health never hurts, but we don't have any ammo, so conflict will be very, very dangerous now. And that'll make our choices much more important during our exploration. Let's go with this one. It's a laboratory with oxygen. We'll take that. I don't want to risk conflict, so our oxygen is back to full capacity at 4. Let's try this one. Conflict. Oh boy. It's only a 2, but it would probably kill us because we'd have to hit it a lot depending on what this card is. So we will skip it. Oh, and it's a conflict of 3. We are in trouble. This could be the end for us here. Yeah, this is probably going to kill us. We need to take 2 plus 1. So that would be 3 initial damage, taking us down to 4. We have a 4 and a 3, which means we're going to have to hit this thing 7 times because we have no ammo. So we definitely will die, but let's go through it. We do 1 whole damage by punching it, taking it down to 6. And we will take 1 damage, taking us down to 3. We punch again. Alien is down to 5. And this will kill us. We need to take 4. We only have 3. And we have died 3 short of making it to the escape ship. That game went quick, which often happens. So I'll go ahead and set back up for another playthrough, and we'll use one of the characters this time.